Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to the 2021 FIA Manufacturers Exhibition Season round number 4. And tonight we are at Spa in the wet. And we are in the Group 3 cars, which exacerbates that moisture. Stick around and check out the action. Alright, here we are in the lobby. And if you look, I am door number 16. A lot of A pluses in this lobby as I'm getting near the top of the ranks of the A. So it is incredibly important to get a good qualifying when you're out here with all these fast guys and gals. Well, part of that is Eau Rouge. You got to make it through here quick. And I came in just a little too hot, so I had to compromise my exit speed just a bit, and this qualifying is a one and done affair. You have one shot to get this right. Maybe should have exited here, but if you look at the time, you'll see there's only a minute and 17 left. That doesn't give me enough time to exit and get all the way around this track for another shot, because it takes about 2 3/4 minutes to get around. So as you see, GTCQ, GeneFi, he gets by me on the qualifying lap, so that is not a good sign of how my lap is going. It wasn't, I mean, that Eau Rouge was bad, but it was not terrible. What is terrible is as I am coming down the hill here, exiting this left-hander, I think that's a corner with no name, I get on the gas a little too much. That cost me a lot of time, and then I go wide here, brake late, and this is turning out to be a nightmare of a qualifying lap. I know right here that it's not going to be good. I just didn't know how bad it was going to be. See, the mistakes in the rain get exacerbated because you just cannot recover quickly enough and accelerate quickly enough, so they just compound on themselves, and I cross the line with a 251.649. That's not going to be good for P7. That would drop me all the way back to P number 16. All right, time for the start of the race. You know what that means. Time for Opera Lady. Opera Lady?
The sun came beating down. The heat swelled my entire town. So I took the hose and put it in. That's when the pumping would begin. The water from most everywhere. The wetness sprayed into the air. Come play and ride upon my slip and slide.
Oh, we're coming, Opera Lady. We are coming to play and ride on that slip and slide known as Spa.
Upon my slip and slide. Come play and ride.
All right, thank you, Opera Lady. I'm a little feisty today. Tell you what, let's get this race started. All right, here we go. Starts me off in first gear. Really would have rather been in second, but right here at the start, the Lancer Evo going wide, getting a little loose, and then I had to kind of let off there to make sure when he came back in, we didn't make contact. And then as we exit the bus stop chicane, he continues to get loose, and well, exit stage right, the Greddy. With a Greddy pass right to start the race. Like it up to P15. Get on the brakes there, right around the 2 cones, slide it down a little late, barely missed my apex a little bit, coming a little tighter to that wall right there, but not too terrible. And now it's time to head towards Eau Rouge. Need to settle into this race, and you know, even here at the beginning, you just gotta be quick through Eau Rouge, or you just can keep falling further back. Much better job there than I did in qualifying. Come out, you can see carrying much more speed. Behind me, I've got Crib Sickley. In front of me, I got Turpy Urphy, and all of a sudden Turpy Urphy is off, and Mad Night Mopar has a penalty, and well, what the heck just happened there? As you ride along here with Turpy Urphy, he's coming up Eau Rouge. Mad Night Mopar gets off to the left, gets in the grass, and slings back across the right in front of Turpy Urphy. Turpy Urphy dies of death coming out of Radion on the Kemmel Straight. So, 2 more Greddy passes for the Greddy up to P13, and we haven't even completed a lap yet. So as we head now towards Les Combes, I have got Crib Sickley all over the rear end. Not sure what I'm going to do with him. Now, I was behind him in qualifying. He was a good bit quicker than I was, as I could not quite keep up with him. even through the portions of the track that I'm usually fairly quick at. Of course, that is a mid-engine car. I believe the RSO one is. If it's not, I apologize. I'm pretty sure it is. So I get a much better exit through the corner with no name there, and then here through Radeon, Pouillon, I get an absolutely terrible entrance. Broke a little too late there and had to make sure I wasn't going to go off track, and Crib Sickly gets by on the inside. Once I saw him stick his nose in there, I just went ahead and left it to the outside because, well, honestly, I don't want to get in a tussle with anyone and get ushered off the track. And quite honestly, I'd made a mistake there. So I was like, well, I'd already picked up a few free positions. I can give up one without too much concern. Then I look in my rearview mirror and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have let Crib Sickly by, as I've got MKM behind me, which, well, honestly, you never want MKM behind you because, well, 10 times out of 10, it typically ends in your death. Either he makes a mistake or you're too slow, and when he wants to get by you, he just kind of shoves his way by you. So, not too happy about that, but there's really not much I can do about it but stay on the gas and keep trying to move forward. So, Felipe F.A. pulling a Geauxgreddy on that fast left-hander. We get on the brakes here, slowing her down for the bus stop chicane, turning in, and I get creamed by Mad Knight Mopar in the bus stop chicane. Welcome to A+ Geauxgreddy. Some things just, well, they never change. Riding along here with Mad Knight Mopar, he gets on the brakes in time, but then turns in. Are you not paying attention to what? You could have just not turned in and hit me. You could have just either stayed on the brakes a little harder or, well, gone a little bit wider so you didn't smoke me from behind. But he does pick up a 3.5 second penalty, and he did apologize at the end. I just don't take the apology because, well, it would mean something if you actually raced me and not hit me. Just once. Just one time would be good. Anyway, into Eau Rouge, through Radeon, up into the Kemmel Straight. MKM about to serve his well-deserved penalty, and I'm going to scamper on by. So after 2 laps, what looked to be a promising start to the race as I was on P11's tail heading into lap 2 and looking like I had more pace than him, I'm now back all the way in P15, just one position up from where I started, just basically flip-flop positions with Turpey as we head here towards the end of lap number 2. I catch up to J.R. Miranda in the Pug. Mid-engine car is pretty good around here in Spa in the wet, but he seems to be struggling a bit with applying the gas as he goes a little bit squirrely heading out of Stavelot towards Blanchimont. So I take advantage of that, and another Geauxgreddy pass for the Geauxgreddy. That's right. Woohoo! So let's see, it's lap number 3. I have caught up back to Felipe F.A., who, like I said, I was on the rear bumper of just about a lap ago. Trying to find a way around him. Heading into Pouillon, a little deep there, but I'm just looking to kind of try and set up a pass somewhere, see if I can't force an error or take advantage of, any issues that he might have applying the gas. But right there, we both go a little bit deep into Stavelot, or is that Campus? That was Campus. Sorry, the mist is obscuring my vision. Now we head into Stavelot. Now I want to get a good exit out of here. Hopefully, maybe get a good run on. He's thinking the same thing. Gets on the gas a little too early, but boy, he's really kind of just in the way of me being able to go by. He can't stick it around on the outside there because there's just not any grip on this wet track. But I still get a pretty decent run on him heading through Blanchimont, and he goes to the outside to block off my run to the outside. So I was like, well, I'll take the inside then. So now I'm to the inside. I'm heading to the fast left hand. I needed to brake just a tad bit earlier. I can't make it hold. There's just, again, no grip. So I go wide. So miss an opportunity there to make a pass and make it stick. Crib Sickly has gone off here at the end of lap 4, heading towards lap 5. Kind of squeezes between me and Felipe. So it's a drag race down the straight now. So we're heading towards La Source side by side. I pull on him and get on the brakes there at the end of the wall, right about on time. Felipe brakes a little bit late uses the car to block me from turning in. Good clean racing there by Felipe. That was nothing dirty. He was just defending his position. Did a pretty good job of it. So I decide I'm going to get a little crazy. Drag race down here towards Eau Rouge. Go too wide. Not my wisest life decision, as I probably should have pulled out there. And then Crib Sickly goes on by, clips my bumper as he goes by. He is just sliding all over the place, in the grass, off the grass, half sideways. And I go on by there. So a somewhat Greddy pass after making a mistake. And now heading towards the bus stop chicane, I got Crib Sickly on my tail. So I braked just a little bit early to let him slide up underneath. I did not want to get in a race here with Crib Sickly going into the chicane. I noticed he has a 1.5 second penalty. So I'm like, crap, I should have just tried to get through there first. But he served his penalty, ended up behind me again. Heading on here now at lap 6. Got a really good run on Felipe, but it looked like he was going to go to the outside, but then, of course, leaves his car right in the way, and I tap him from the rear as I really helped him out a good bit right there. He's had a terrible exit coming out of Stavelot. I just cannot seem to find a way around Felipe F. as in the rain, you just really can't make any quick moves. You got to kind of set it up well beforehand. So if the guy in front of you is putting his car in the right position, it just makes it really hard to get by us. Once again, Crib Sickly struggling with the gas pedal in the RS01. Fast with the lap times, but struggles a little bit with the consistency. And Felipe F, a huge mistake, just drives off the track to the left. I brake late, pull a Felipe F and kind of block his turn in a little bit there. So what exactly happened with Felipe is we go right on board with him, and I think he was looking in his rearview mirror trying to figure out what I was doing, then just ran off the tracks. Only thing I can think of. He sure as heck wasn't letting me by. So mistake there by Felipe, too occupied in the rearview mirror. Allows me to make the pass. And here we are on lap number 7. And once again, Crib Sickly on the rear. So I give him the signal. I said, look, just go down the inside, get on by. Let's not fight. We got people to catch. We're in front of Felipe FA now. We got a big gap to P11, and I really want to try and see if I can't pick up another position before the end of the race on to lap number 12. As you can see, Crib Sickly has gotten on the rear end of years for years in front of us, and that is good for me, because if they're racing side by side, they are going slower, and that might give me an opportunity to take advantage of any mistakes. As you see right here, one is made as they're trying to go through Lake Holmes side by side, and that is just not going to work out. And that gives me a Greddy pass. I'll take it. So back up to P12, and now I am on Crib Sickly's rear end with 2 laps to go. Maybe he will make another mistake. Maybe he won't. We'll find out as we head through the corner with no name. I get on the gas nice and early, and now I'm thinking, do I return the favor here into Pouillon? And I think about it again because I can't really get next to him as we're heading in. So I back off the move, and I'm thinking maybe I can force Crib to get on that gas early. Get him to get squirrely again. Fast forward onto lap number 13. Crib Sickly putting the pedal to the metal as we get a free pass yet again, as this driver in the Viper unable to keep it together coming out of Eau Rouge. It's a little sideways, was in P6, spins out, faces the wrong direction. That gives us an opportunity for another free pass up into P11. So unable to catch back up to Crib Sickly. Did not make any more mistakes, unfortunately for me. Fortunate for him in this last 2 laps. So we come across with the P11. Felt like I could have done a good bit better than that in this race. I think I could have had a P10 or better for sure, but unfortunately got to sit off the tracks. We jump in another lobby, and again another lobby full of A+ folks. I'm door number 18, and once again qualifying extra important. So let's ride along on this qualifying lap, break there at the end of the curb and get down the inside nice and tight to the wall that time. Good job there. Accelerate smoothly coming out the other end. You see the rear end isn't flip-flopping around or anything crazy, so getting good acceleration coming out of that corner, ever so important. Into Eau Rouge, I want to lift a little early, get into 4th, get onto the inside, carry more speed, much speed as possible, get on the gas early, Not a great Eau Rouge again, but not terrible. But I'm on the gas, and I don't have any pressure from anyone behind. So fast forward here down the Kemmel Straight into Lake Holmes. Get on the brakes right there to the 150 board. Just lay it down nicely into these little S corners. So I have a good exit there and can set up this right-hander at the top of Lake Holmes down towards Bruxelles. On Bruxelles, you want to brake early, so I'm braking a good bit in front of those two cones so I can get into second and stick to the inside. Want to maintain a tight line through Bruxelles in the wet here because it's really difficult to set up any kind of like late apex on that corner. Again, wanting to get on the brakes early so I can get on the gas in third gear, coming out of the corner with no names, heading towards Pouillon. Pouillon, we're going to brake here at the start of the curbing right here. Get down into third, lay it on the inside of the line, get back on the gas, on into fourth, just slowly applying throttle as you feel the rear end sliding from underneath you, just kind of staying a little bit of slip through there. So we're going to get on the brakes here right before that overhead billboard, down into the right. Did it nicely there. A little bit of slip angle as I entered that corner, but wasn't too bad. Didn't compromise my speed there. So felt good about that corner. Again, getting on the brakes well before the double cones there. I had the cones on this race just because I did find them useful. I could run the course without the cones, wasn't a problem. But I did find the cones useful for markers in that mist if I could use them. So I kept them on. So heading out of Stavelot down Blanchimont. Again, this corner here, very paramount to your time. I get down to the fifth, get onto the corner early. Oh, carried nice speed through there. Get back into it. I wish I could have carried that corner like that throughout the whole race. But that was an excellent job there. Get on the brakes just early enough. Clip my apex there. Could have been on the brakes a hair earlier, but not terrible. Back on the gas slowly and methodically as I go up through the gears, trying to shift early and get into the next gear. Cross the line with a 247.010. But that would only be good for P11. Now, if I had got disqualified last race, I'd have been like P3 to start the race. Of course not. No. I put it down in this race where everyone decides they want to qualify well. So start off the second race in P11. Here I'm behind Loco Pepe and got a familiar name behind me in Crib Sickley. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be on my bumper here any moment now, as he's really quick in that RS01, and but it seemed like last race he was just struggling with the gas pedal a little bit and keeping the car from getting squirrely. So, you know, if he gets next to me or right on my bumper where I feel like he's just going to be putting too much pressure on me, I'm just going to let him by. So he does. He gets onto my bumper right there. I give him the right signal, say, just go on by. I'll follow you on up to P10 because I don't want to race Crib Sickley. He does have a lot of speed, and he is having a little bit of trouble controlling the car. So I didn't want him really behind me. I wanted him in front of me. He didn't really bother me that much in front of me, so I just figured that was a better spot. So now I've got Closer 1138 behind me, and I've raced Closer many times. Good racer, so no real concerns with him behind me. On to lap number 5, finally catch up to P11, which is Loco Pepe. Crib Sickley's made that pass up to P10 as we head down through Stavelot, or is that Campus? Nope, I think that was Stavelot. Yes, it was. Okay, so we're heading towards Blanchimont now, and get a good run on Loco Pepe. Gonna go around the outside, or thinking about going around the outside, and he moves to the outside. So then he moves back to the inside. So I just give him a little bump draft there. I'm not sure where he's gonna be, and that didn't work out to me too well last time when I tried to flip it on Felipe Fa. So I decided just to give him a little bump draft and try out something later. If Loco Pepe has poor pace, I will find out soon enough and might be able to make a pass at another opportunity. So as we come around through the bus stop chicane, I get on the gas here, and Loco Pepe struggles getting out the corner. So I'm going to kind of leave it here on the right side. A, because I might be able to make a run on him towards La Source, and B, I can see my brake marker better. So I got on the brakes there at the end of the wall, and Loco Pepe, forced error there as he gets on the brakes late, concerning himself with Greddy. Now, Loco, you got to know, you race Greddy enough. I'm not going to smash you going into the La Source there. Definitely not going to try and do that. So, on to lap number 7. Crib Sickley goes wide. I've got to kind of go wide there, heading through Lake Holmes, avoid contact, but pick up a position now back to P10. So, In P10 in this lobby, top 10, I got 9 and 8 right there. My lap times are looking awesome. I got 247, 248. I mean, my slowest lap times are 248, 230, which is, for me, it's great. So really happy with my lap times in the race, and I've caught up to P9 and P8, and it's possible a P8 even in this race, in this, for me, a pretty good lobby. Heading down to Las Source, and Loco Pepe on the brakes too late. Hits me going into turn 1, turns me sideways, cost me 2 positions. That's right along with Loco Pepe. I think he was driving in his rearview mirror as well. Misses his brake marker. He is not going to make that corner and just uses my door as a brake there. So unfortunate for me. I get taken out there on corner 1 and drop back to P13. So was sitting in P10. Dropped 2 positions after getting hit and then lost another one. Later on, lap number 10, closer 11:38, struggles on the gas pedal there. Heads off to the right side. Managed to get back on the track though, but does fall behind me as we head into the final lap. Unable to catch back up to the pack. That hit from Loco Pepe was just a little too much to recover from. And I end up coming around to finish with a P12. So started in P12, ended in P12. Neither race, I mean, I had good pace in both of them, but just unable to make anything happen as the drivers around just wouldn't seem to let it happen for me. So 138 points. I decided not to go again as the lobbies. It just seemed like, I kept moving up, so I was just going to be racing faster guys, so really no point. Enjoyed the track, enjoyed the difficulty of driving in the rain, but did not enjoy getting hit from behind. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the race. If you did, hit the like and or subscribe. Hope your race went well. Let me know about it in the comments. Until next time, for myself, Geauxgreddy, y'all have a great evening. DJcLean, take us out of here.